So in the short time that I've owned my Steam Deck, I bought a few accessories for it that I think have really just enhanced my experience using this handheld, and I don't think I could go without them now that I've become accustomed to them. They've really just upped the enjoyment for me when it comes to this handheld, and everything mentioned in this video will be linked down in the description, so let's get straight into it. First up, I gotta talk about this dock from JSOX. I got this dock for about $30 off of Amazon, and I have to say, getting a dock, like any dock that's compatible with the Steam Deck, really takes this handheld to another level because you can do quite a lot with it, like being able to play your games on a larger display like a monitor or TV, having those extra ports to be able to connect a mouse and keyboard, or even a USB stick, and just the overall ease of being able to come back home after gaming with the Steam Deck on the go and just placing it onto the dock and being able to have it fully charged for the next day is another convenience factor. This particular one comes in this gunmetal gray with black accents, and it's got JSOX written on the front, and it's got rubber cushions inside to help keep the Steam Deck from moving, and on the bottom it's got these rubber feet to help keep itself from moving. As for the ports on the back, this has 3 USB 3.0 ports, 1 HDMI, and a USB Type-C port to power the dock on, and on the side is where you'll find the Ethernet port if you want to have a more stable internet connection. Connecting this to the Steam Deck is incredibly easy. You just plug in the Type-C cable into the deck and power it on. I was surprised at how good some of these games looked on a bigger screen like The Witcher 3 because I previously never owned a dock, and you can still use the Steam Deck buttons as a controller while it's docked, but I found this to be uncomfortable because you can't really move around since it's tethered to the dock via the cable. But if you have a Bluetooth controller laying around like the PS5 DualSense controller, you can use that with the deck, which I highly suggest doing. I found it to be much more comfortable playing this way while in dock mode, or if you want, you can connect a mouse and keyboard and play that way. Now onto a small accessory that I think makes a huge difference for the Steam Deck, and that is these JSOX thumb grip covers that I got for about $11 off of Amazon. If you're like me and you find the thumbsticks to be a bit slippery on the Steam Deck, I'd highly suggest getting some sort of thumb grip covers. It makes me feel so much more confident moving the thumbsticks, and it just makes gaming on the go that much better. These ones I have a concave design with a rigid lining on the edges, and since they are bigger than the thumbstick caps on the Steam Deck, you have more room to rest your thumb. The reason why there isn't any rubber on the top of the thumbstick caps for the Steam Deck is because there's a capacitive sensor that can detect when your thumb is resting on it or not to activate gyro, but I found that even with the thumb grip covers on, the sensor is still able to detect when your thumb is resting on it or not, and gyro can still be activated. As you can see with the covers on, I'm still able to use gyro controls, but I really suck with gyro aiming. It's definitely something I gotta get better at. These also come with an anti-slip grip skin that is placed where your hands hold the device. I haven't used these because I have a case on my Steam Deck, but they're there if you want to use them. Every time I leave the house with my Steam Deck, I always put in this JSOX carrying case. It's rugged, tough, and it offers great protection for the Steam Deck, and it comes in this gray heather-like color with the JSOX logo in white on the bottom right corner. It's pretty minimalistic, it doesn't stand out or anything, which is something I really like about it, but my favorite thing about this carrying case is that it has a little compartment at the bottom where you can place things like a charger, a power bank, or some AirPods to take with you on the go, which is pretty convenient. It's definitely going to be a staple accessory for my Steam Deck. To protect my Steam Deck, I've been using this Spigen Rugged Armor Protective case I got from Amazon for about $20. It's slim and sleek, and that's something I always try to look for when adding a case to any sort of mobile device like my cell phone, Switch Lite, you name it. Accessing all the buttons, including the back buttons, is still very easy, and honestly, this thing matches the Steam Deck so perfectly that I kind of forget that it's on there. It's got some texturized grips on the sides, but it would have been nice to see that be extended to the bottom as well, since that's where your hands will be holding the Steam Deck. I haven't dropped my Steam Deck yet, but there is a few times where I didn't place it on the dock correctly and it slipped backwards, and if I didn't have this case on, it could have easily put a little scratch on the back. And of course, I have to have a screen protector on here. I don't want any permanent scratches on this screen. I just used a $10 JSOX pack that came with 2 tempered glass screen protectors and a guiding frame to help put the screen protector on. It's held up well. I'm sure it's taken a few scratches that might have ended up on the actual screen itself. So yeah, I highly recommend having any sort of tempered glass screen protector for the deck. There's some more accessories out there that I would like to try out. One of my favorite things about handhelds is the way that you're able to accessorize them, so I'm definitely looking forward to that in the future.